What is up, YouTube? Golf is Enigma here, coach of your NPA Hampshire Hunters, and we are on week 5 of the NPA, where we take on the coach of the Tampa Bay Luxrays, and his name is TheXsception. Now, as you can see, he brought a team of Florgs, Excavalir, Lander, Loris, Therian Form, Chandelier, Jellison, as well as his Mega, which is Mega Latias. And as you can see, I've changed up the layout. I felt the other layout wasn't... It was good, but it was time to change it up and give us a new look and hopefully bring us a new wave of luck. Anyway, this week, as you can see, I brought Heatran, Charizard, Y, Tyrantrum, Chestnut, Durant, and Uxie. So I'm just going to hit the play button, we're going to watch, and I'm going to try and talk these playthroughs with you. Maybe not much of the methodology, but what's exactly going on. Now, I start off by leading up with our precious Heatran, Dan the Tran. And as you see, Xsception start off with his Megas. And NPA rules state first turn you have to Mega the second it hits the second your Mega hits the field. That's why he's had to do that. Otherwise, he could have just sat there as a normal Latias before Megaing. And first, this looks like a physical Latias carrying it with that Dragon Dance. My safest play right there was test the waters, chuck out Stealth Rocks because we weren't sure what it was going to do. And then I thought it was wise to switch because I feared this thing doing an Earthquake on me. I really didn't want that Earthquake in Heatran so early on. I can't afford to lose it on account that I got that 0-4 streak against me. And the best play obviously was to switch to Uxie. And as you see, it sets up that second D-Dance. Now, my next smart play was to, while that's doing that, is to paralyze it. I want to slow this thing down. I don't want to go in too... I don't want to be in too, like... I know it's going to be powerful as hell, but I don't want it to heavily outspeed. So, I'm going to play a mind game. I'm going to take the speed and reverse it, take it away from him. Then I'm going to switch back into Dan the Tran, and right now I'm thinking, I'm going to taunt this thing, stop it getting any more D-Dances, and then it kicks into Refresh, and I'm like, oh, damn. There goes that paralysis, which I just took technically 2 turns to sell, like switch out and switch back in after that. And then I risked the Dragon Claw, thinking it's not going to kill me. So my safe bet is if I do Raw, then its boosts are gone. That's that worry out the window. Which then drags out Excavalir, which is perfect for me on account of the fact that this Heatran this week it carries Lava Plume, Stealth Rocks, Taunt, and I can't remember what the last move was. No, Raw, as you just saw. Sorry. And then he instantly predicts that I was going to hit the Lava Plume on the Excavalir, so he switches into his Chandelier, which gets its Flash Fire boost because Flash Fire is one hell of a ability amongst fire types, and I feel that if we get Mega Typhlosion, that could be the ability. Or when we get Mega Typhlosion. And he hits us with a hidden power, not as powerful as one we saw last week on Dan the Tran, but I believe that to also be hidden power ground. Aurora Grant, again, Latias is dragged back out. I'm hoping those rules are really thrown off because he's having to adapt to his game being switched right up. Like, he had one plan, and then I'm forced him to switch it. Then the next safe bet is for me, with that Raw, is to sack sack Heatran, sorry, and then I get a free switch into whatever I want and need to get out onto the field to try and take down this Latias, because I don't want this thing setting up its Dragon Dances again. I don't want it trying to kill me. And with that, he switches and brings back out that Excavalir. And for me, I think I was trying to go for I was going for a Crunch, and then with the Hustle ability, it misses, so naturally, my next safe bet is switch out and go into Bruce Banner, which is our Chestnut. Sorry, I had to sort out the sprite there. Knockoff's not going to do much. It's going to take our Rocky Helmet away, but that's okay. I'm going to set up a layer of spikes here, get prepared, get as much hazard damage as possible on to the opposite side of the field. Now, he hits me pretty hard with that Aerial Ace, and now I know that I cannot survive a second Aerial Ace, so I'm just going to set up a Spiky Shield, give me an extra turn to think about my next play and think what will be my best play to make. And whilst doing that, the Excavalir also takes that damage and loses more health, so my next bet is to switch out and go into Lizard Land, which this week is my Charizard Y, which means the next turn it is going to Mega. And I mistakenly went for I think it was... No, that's it. I smartly played, let the hazard do that thing, and then I'm just going to clean up that Chandelier with a Earthquake. And sorry about that. I didn't realize I had my door opened. So right now, I got Mega, I kick in the Drought, increasing the power of Fire and Grass type moves, weakening any Water moves, but I'm not seeing any strong Water moves coming, which is a good thing on my part. And then the Earthquake is literally just going to take out the Chandelier, and that is another member of his team down. Or it was the first member of his team down. I can't remember what I've killed so far. And then actually I'm going to switch into Professor X because that's the only thing that sort of kind of walls it. Oh no, that was his first kill, right. That was our first kill on him. He's got one of us. We're one apiece. Sorry, I just had to check that in my notes. And then he's going to start setting up his Dragon Dance again. I'm going to paralyze again. Force him to sort of waste that extra turn to refresh. See, there's the Thunder Wave right there. It's the smartest play I had in my mind. Like, I know he's going to start setting up these dances, and the best play would be for me to just start paralyze it, force him to waste the turn, refresh it, and potentially get powered. I don't think that's how refresh works. I think refresh works no matter if you paralyze or not. It gave me that free switching to get my Durant back onto the field, which is carrying Crunch, which will literally destroy that Latios if it lands that hit. Yes, I will be taking some Dragon Claw damage, but it doesn't do a great deal. It's not very effective, and it didn't do as much as I was predicting. And then I kick up with a Crunch, which has literally just wiped out his Latios, which is a good move and a smart one for us. It just means all I got left now is that Gardevoir he's brought. No, Florix, sorry. I'm thinking last week the Mega Gardevoir. Out comes his Landit. My next best bit here is to switch into my Chestnut, because my Chestnut and my Tyrantrum were designed to wall this thing this week. Me and my ACs, we sat down, we came up with some strategies, and it turns out that Chestnut's a pretty damn good counter to Lando, and I'm quite glad it is, because look at this, one Stone Edge, which I also believe that Lando has choiced. It does 20 points worth of damage, and we're still there. Allow me next turn to chuck up Seeds, so I can get some HP recovery back. And there's your hazard damage onto the Jellicent, which is fantastic. Here comes the Leech Seeds to give us that extra HP recovery, which we so desperately need if we want to keep walling that Lando with this Chestnut. Chestnut, I think, it's getting its chance to shine, you know? It's starting to show us what it can do. A bit like every Pokemon on our team so far. But I'm not getting confident, not getting cocky. We're one apiece so far. It still could go either way. Out comes the Florix. I predicted that Jellicent was going to attack. He was either going to switch or attack with the Jellicent, so I was going to be safe and set up a Spiky Shield again. But obviously I was wrong. My next smart play would be to switch out into... it's to switch out into... Durant, that's it. Because I need to try and hit this an Iron Head off onto it. We're going to take a Moonblast. And we barely survive. Whew. I tell you, I'm on edge for this match. And with that, he's going to switch it. I'm still going to Iron Head because if it hits, then Iron Head's going to do a heck ton of damage, and we're going to be looking pretty good. More Stone Edge and Spike hazard damage to the Jellicent, which is fantastic play. In comes the Iron Head, and boom, it connects, and almost kills the Jellicent, but the Curse Body is now disabled Iron Head, which is okay because we died to Life Orb damage anyway. And there goes Durant. But Durant did well. It did very well. It took out the Latios. I got a kill, which is what we need at this point. So my next best play is just to switch into the Tyrantrum, which we nicknamed T-Rex, and just Head Smash and hope the Head Smash hits. Which also means one thing, to return the Florix. Now, at this point, there's nothing I really want to risk losing to this thing, but I thought it would be best to keep in, let the Spikes and the Hazard thing, and then try and hit another Head Smash. Naturally, it was a low roll, we didn't get our Head Smash, and then we're just going to take a Moonblast straight to the face of my Tyrantrum, which there and in turn knocks it out. Goodbye, T-Rex. You did well. You did well, dude. But I guess something that's got fairy moves such as Moonblast, you're not going to survive it. But it also allowed me to get a free switch in to Charizard, which is fantastic. So I can get the drop again. Yes, it's going to make his grass moves stronger. But as you can see, he's going to switch out. And he can't afford to keep switching out right now. He is just going to keep taking hazard damage every time he does it. But I was predicting he was going to stay in, so I hit it with a Solar Beam, or he was going to switch into Lando. I didn't expect Excavalier to come back out, basically. And the Solar Beam is not going to do much. It just barely pushes it into the Reddit. It's like, here's a little nudge. Then Lizard is going to straight up blast it with a Fire Blast, and away it goes Excavalier. We're doing well this week. Maybe new layout luck? Who knows? Who knows? And right now, I think all the Xsceptions got left is his Landorus as well as his Florias. Now, he brings his Lander back out. There's the Intimidation drop, and we cannot let Charizard stay out against this thing. At the minute, Charizard is our win condition against him if we can take out his Landorus, which was the biggest threat on my mind when we were team building. Like, I knew he was going to bring this. Like, I kind of scouted his videos from the last 4 weeks, and each week he has brought the 4 same Pokemon: Excavalier, Landorus, Florgs, and Mega Latias. So I was pretty sure they were going to come this time. Naturally, he's going to switch back into Florgs. That's going to take some hazard damage, and then I'm going to start chucking up seeds. I need to get more HP recovery onto my lovely little Chestnut here, because it's really doing us a fantastic job. And look at that, little Leech Seed taking quite a chunk of damage there away from the Florgs. That means we're going to get quite a lovely little boost. Look at that, bumped straight back up to that loss that we got earlier. And now to safely hide behind our Spiky Shield, expecting a Moonblast or a Giga Drain to come in. I was wrong, it was Synthesis. And I keep expecting this thing to start Calm Minding, because that's what Florgs does. You know, it starts building up its defense, get bulky and get powerful. But it's not blowing up, and I'm wondering, why isn't this thing blowing up? Maybe it doesn't have Calm Mind? And there is some more lovely little HP recovery. I also switch into Professor X, which is Uxie, and I plan on knocking those lefties off, because I don't want to get any more life, because I know it's got Synthesis. I can't afford it to keep getting that little lefties damage back, like that little lefties health recovery. But at this point, I am nervous as hell, because I know he's got 2 Pokemon left, but I don't know what's going to work and what's going to fail on me right now. And I'm sort of trying to guess the best move to that would work is, besides knocking it off. And now I'm sort of thinking, okay, we can take our damage, we can take the Moon Blasts. I saw how we handled one, here's a second. Our lefties are still intact, he's got nothing to knock it off with. So why don't I just start letting the Seeds do its thing and start Psyshocking? Which is also one of the smartest plays we could have done. Because look at that damage coming off from that. And the final move on that Florgs was Toxic. It doesn't even have Carmine, so knowing that, my worries are out the window. I know I can just Psyshock this thing and destroy it, and then when Lando comes out, just start Psyshocking that as well, because I'm pretty sure that thing's Choice. I don't want to knock off this Choice Scarf. It's already hit, what, 2 Stone Edges already? So I can't... So I might as well just try and let it keep trying to hit them and struggle out. And there is Uxie taking out the Florgs, which is a great play for us. Here's another thing. If Lando's Stone Edges miss, and miss all the time, and that poison gets low, I got Heal Bell to take that away. Hopefully by then I won't need to. I can just keep on just straight up Psyshocking. In comes the Intimidate drop. Don't bother me. I'm defensive. I'm also special attacking, so that's that worry out the window. The first Stone Edge misses. In comes a Psyshock, and boom! Here it comes. Look at that drop. Life drop. That is fantastic. Can we get another one in, please? Like, check, please. Can we get a crit? Can we get a crit and go home? There's that poison damage. Here comes another stage. It misses that as well, so we just go. We're just straight up hitting them with Psyshock right now. Psyshock cleaning house. Come on, Professor X. Show me that brain power. A little bit of lefties recovery, and then we're going to take some more poison damage. Not going to do a great deal. We're going to push us into the yellow. And in comes another Stone Edge. Ah, this one actually connects. And with that low HP drop, it got a crit. And we lose Professor X. But that's okay, that's okay. All I gotta do now is bring in Chestnut to clean up. Which I know it can do, because that's what... Like I said, it walls Lando. He can't win right now. He is Choice Scarfed, by the looks of it. He can't do nothing. He's just gonna walk straight into my Spiky Shield. And there's another dodge from that Stone Edge. That is nasty. I'm going to get the 7th as Lando. I want to see if it's just a generic Lando afterwards. And there's the Elite Siege just doing its thing. Give us that leftover health that I had left. Sapping it. Completely draining it. Hampshire Hunters are now 1-4. We get our first victory of the NPA. And I want to say, Xsception, I had a great battle with you. Guys, don't forget to click his links down below. And on top of that, like this video, go watch it from his side of view, because I'll put his YouTube channel down below. On top of that, not much more I can really say, but that was a really good battle for me. Like, we actually get a win? We just won. But I am really happy with the result of that. And guys, like I said, make sure you go follow the Xsception if you're not doing so already. I'll put his links down below. Give him a follow on Twitch, because he generally is a nice guy, and I've lurked in his streams once or twice, watched a couple of his videos, and they are really good. Really enjoyable. Anyway, that's this week. Next week, we have got to take on, which I feel is my toughest challenge yet, and that is in the Chicago Cub Juice, the coach Galactic Elliott. And let's just say I'm going to be looking at his team a lot and seeing what we can counter him with and try and knock him back for. Anyway, like I said, check out the Xsception, check out his Twitch, check out his YouTube, and don't forget to like this video. Also, check it out from his view. That's the whole point. And check out the rest of the NPA. Like, we got an entire channel for this thing. Anyway, I'm going out of here. I'll catch you next week. Enjoy this battle.